Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about that as a this keyword. So working with this keyword, I hope it's very much clear to you. So now in this video, I want to discuss about our class. That means our class, that is our object. Okay. So what exactly that class? So if I give some of the example to you, like class is just like as a almari. Okay, so that is will be like as a almari. So into the almari we save all that our clothes. So we segment all that our t-shirt clothes, and also we segment all that our coats and pant, right? That means everything is stored in our almari. So into the almari they have the different pattern of cloth, right? So it's just like that same. So into the class area you can actually organize your all that method, all that property. So with this class we can define it. I want to show you, then it will be very much clear to you. Like here right now I want to create another new file, and now I just name it as a class.js. Okay, so that is our class.js file. So first of all I want to create one of the class, and I just put on the class name as a fruit. I just name it as a fruit. So that will be our one of the class. Okay, so that will be our class name as a fruit. So now first of all I want to take one of the method, that means one of the building method as a constructor. Okay, as a constructor. So this constructor, that is one of the building method. So with this building method, when this class, that means when this class will be run, first of all this method will be work, and after that our rest of all that method will be work. Okay, so that is, as I told you, that is one of the building method. So now I want to use it as a our constructor, and into the constructor area I want to pass some of the parameter. I just name it as a name. Okay, so I just simply name it as a name, and now here I want to add our this name will be our this, and the name here I want to pass that one of the name as a name. So that means here, so into the name area I want to pass some of the value. So here I name it with the this name and the name. And now I want to create another method. So here I want to create another method as a full. Okay, so this type of one of the method I want to create, and like here right now I want to visible everything in our console. So I just name it with our console, and then log into the console log area. So now that is our name. So I want to access our this name property. So that is our name property is this, and then our name. Okay, so with this name property, if you want to access, then you have to access it with the this. As I told you before, this is one of the reference, that means the media reference, right? So now that is our another method. So that is just also another method. So in particular that method area I want to pass it our access our this property name. So with this I want to access our this property name, and now I want to do after that I want to add. So I just simply added that add one of the text as a is too much tasty. Okay, so this type of one of the message, that means the string value, it will be visible. So that will be our property name. So here I want to actually display it. So here if you want to display some of the property name, then you have to create one of the object. I can show you. So after this, okay, after this, first of all with the late I want to create one of the object, and I just name one of the variable as a whatever you want. So right now I made the things as a add. Okay, I just name it as a add. So with this late I declared one of the variables, so our variable name as a add, and now I want to create one of the object of our this class. Okay, that means this class object I want to create. So if you want to create one of the object, then you have to first of all add it as a new, and then our fruit. That means I want to create one of the object, and into the object area I want to pass. So into the object area I want to pass some of the string value. So I just put our string this value. That means here I want to display our this property, right? So now I want to actually pass it. So here I name it as a mango. So I just name it as a mango. Okay, that means it should be show as a mango is too much tasty. Okay, so now I just simply pass it. So now I want to pass our this, that means this object data into the object data area. I added some of the string value. So now I want to pass that things in our this method area, right? So here first of all we have to add our object. I get that object data and take the things with this variable as a add. So now I just simply pass our add and then our this method. So I just simply added our this method. Okay friend, so that's all you have to do. So now our this string value, that means our this object data value will be passed in our this method area, and here I have already added our property name as a name. So now it should be visible. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you run this again, so as a this, that will be as our class actually. So that is a node class.js. Click as a enter. Yes, you can see it's now perfectly display our appropriate this data. So that is our mango. So you can see it's now showing as a mango is too much tasty. Okay, so better I want to put some of this space. That means here after this I just put some of this space. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you run it again, that means a node class JS. Yeah, you can see that is a mango is too much tasty. So here I just put some of this space, check it again. Yeah, now it's perfect. So now that is our property, that is a mango and is too much tasty. So now it's perfectly visible. So I hope you can well understand about it. And also here if you want to pass some of the static data, so here if you don't want to pass any variable, so if you want to add some of the static data, then you can also add it. So like here after this, okay, so after this I take another static one of the method as is static. So static, and I just name that method name whatever you want. So right now I name it as a jackfruit. Okay, I just name it as a jackfruit, one of the fruits name, and that is our method. So to the method area I want to pass some of the static data. So as a console, and then log, and then here I want to pass some of the static text as a jackfruit. Jackfruit is very popular. Okay, this is very popular fruit. So this type of one of the static data I just simply pass it. So now if you want to visible it in our console log area, then you have to add it with our this class name, right? So our class name as a fruit. So now I have to add that fruit, and with this fruit we have to add our this static method name. So I just simply pass our this method name. Okay, so that's all you have to do. So now if you click as a save all, and now if you run again, that means the node and the class JS. Yeah, you can see it's now perfectly visible our this static data, that is a jackfruit is very popular fruit, right? So now our this data is visible. So friend, I hope you can well understand about it. So that's how you can actually display your static all that method data, and if you want to add some of the variable, then you can also defining that with our this variable area with our this object name and then our method name. So here I just simply pass it, and I just simply show our property name first and then our text. So that is all that basic idea about that class and object. So friend, step by step we will go more deep and you will learn everything very clearly. Okay, so but make that sure you understand all that basic concept, because basic concept is the main core thing. So if you have a strong core, then you can well understand everything in programming. So now I think friend, you have little idea about that var, let and the constant, the array function, the this keyword, object and the class. So everything will be needed. For the reasons here I just put some of the basic idea to you. So in our next video I want to move our React JS. So how can working with this React JS? So first of all, step by step we'll learn all that basic fundamental. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.